Peace, family. Peace, Plug family. Today we have a treat. What can't I say about this guy? You might have seen him on when we had Rob Lee for the listening session. We had him featured on Art of Flight next to Tez of Too Deep. He's worked with Don B, who's also been on the listening session. The greatest in the world, Peter Wesley.
Man, thank you for having me. Thank you for the introduction, man. I appreciate that.
Brother, no, I'm excited about this because when it comes to lyricism, technical rap, cadences, flows, I'm very much a connoisseur of that. And I have yet to hear a track that you haven't delivered on.
Man, that's like a huge shoes to fill. So like every song now, it's like, oh man, if I ain't let him down yet, I gotta make sure I don't let him down in the next song. And the next song.
Please don't. Please don't. You're on a roll.
Thank you.
Man. Okay, so Loser Leaves Town. What can you tell me about this project?
It's a project that it just came. It wasn't like, oh, I want to do an EP. It was kind of, I was working with a producer, Filthy Rich, and we had an idea for doing one song. He's like, hey, you want to do a track? And we were, it's like, cool. And he just kept sending me beats. And it was like, we can do an EP. And that was just how it happened.
Okay. Effortlessly. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so you mentioned the producer Filthy Rich. Do you have a long-standing history with him, or is y'all just?
No, not really. You know how the scene is. I heard his name from and I know of other artists he's worked with like T Razor, and my mind's drawing a blank, Frame House, and
Okay.
I have friends that that work with him, and I really don't remember how he came out. He just hit me up on Twitter. I was like, hey, you want to work? It was one of those things.
Got you. Okay, absolutely. I love those connects, especially when the producer keeps sending you and just keeps feeding you and feeding you and feeding you and feeding you. I love it. I love it. Okay, without further ado, folks, let's just get into the first track on Loser Leaves Town. Go ahead, play it for us, DJ. Hardcore Holly.
And that's fine. It's supposed to feel that way. But everybody doesn't want to prove it. It's not a problem for me, though. Hardcore like Holly with it. I'm off the wall like parkour and I'm far from finished. Y'all hardly did it. Watch the show cause I'll probably steal it. 5 fingers with the discount. I'll lead you on this route. I mapped out all the rich grounds and where you live we don't dig ground so you can draw conclusions to what I'm alluding. I chased the bag for the whole summer. It became attached to the road runner, but I'ma get it eventually cause these events was meant to be. Don't got a ton of fans, but I'm running plans for Summer Jam and Summer Slam. I'm on a mic every Monday night and I handle you raw, slamming you all, talk tough until you all stuck in the mandible claw. Main event is my main intent. Someone better than me, he can't exist. You named a kid, but his gimmick is mimicking all my cadences. If we have a match, then that's a wrap. I told you that is his grave. Referee won't call a tech on me because there's no rules in a steel cage. Money low, but the bills paid. Let's just hope soon the deal's made. We gon' find a way to win regardless, and we watch the food cook at Benihana's. In Tijuana, when we do it, they ask how we do it, but we don't know because it's be honest. Seriously, we just being honest. Ain't nobody coming next to beat us. I told you when I text your leader, gave my team a boost and fresh Adidas. You ain't got the edge, you're just next to leader. If he tweeted this, he probably just typed it wrong. Still coming whether right or wrong. You don't really know what I've been on. I ring a bell with the siren alarm. Put a rapper in a Liger bomb. Critical shots without a firearm. Throw you right off the Titantron. I'm underrated, I stay underground, but every once in a while I come up like cicadas, bugging your favorite. How are they majors when they never face us? They running away when we get in their faces. Ridiculous statements, this can get dangerous. Talking a lot, bro, acting real macho. I hop out this team, and they change their behaviors. I want my props, I deserve a lot. All I got is propaganda plans. To fit your narrative, you change the angle like camera pans. That'll make me drop an anvil, man. Give a rapper Alabama slams, whether in the Ville or Savannah.
Okay, what made you go off like that? Popping up once in a while like cicadas do. What's going on?
I think when I wrote that, that was the summer when we had the cicadas.
Oh, okay.
I believe
Fitting.
Either that, or I was just thinking about it.
Okay.
I hadn't listened to the project purposely because I was like, I want to hear it fresh when we on here. But then I just remember, like the last episode I seen, Don B was on here, and he was like like rapping along with it. Was I supposed to be doing that?
Oh, you could do whatever.
So rules. I didn't know. I don't.
Yeah,
think,
no.
like, am I improperly following protocol or what? Like,
no. This is the listening session, so we're here to hear the music. But if you feel the urge,
I just didn't
by
know
all
what
means,
how am I supposed to do?
Absolutely.
But no, I had that when I just knew like I wanted a track where I'm just rapping, like just rapping,
Mhm.
and I wanted to have fun with it.
Absolutely, as you should. Okay, let's get into the next one. I like that one. I really like that one.
And as you can tell from all of them, there's a huge wrestling theme to the
Oh,
whole EP.
absolutely. Especially with this next one. What's the next one called?
The next one is called Interviews with Michael Coe.
Okay.
Backstage interviews with Michael Coe.
Backstage interviews with Michael Coe. All right, let's hear it.
I think we need to hold all this Peter Wesley talk.
Mm.
Peter this, Peter that. Riddle me this. If Peter's so good, where's his record deal at? Let's make this clear. If he was here right now, we end his career right now.
Lights, camera, action. The actor ain't the only one acting. Everybody wanna pose as the man, but man, that's an overdone caption. Backstage interviews with Michael Coe. Enemies say many things I don't condone. When I'm in the proximity, they revise in tones. Hiding identities, but I like to know. Peeking through the curtain, Hurley's lonely at the top. I hope to confirm it, standing on the podium. A lot of grudges holding him. They should open budgets cause a lot of money owed him. These deviants pretending to be DiBiase. The real them ain't revealed until they in the hot seat. I ride beat smooth like shooters in great sedans. You climb heights too, but fail like Shane McMahon. I've been making plans, they get paid in advance. I've been on the grind, fans see me skating Vans. They see you throwing shade like you changing lamps. The crazy things they say when they ain't the champ. Lights, camera, action. The actor ain't the only one acting. Everybody wanna pose as the man, but man, that's an overdone caption. Backstage interviews with Michael Coe. Enemies say many things I don't condone. When I'm in the proximity, they revise in tones. Hiding identities, but I like to know. Hope the position, wrote your permission, and you know the provisions. Cause this could get vicious, I'm prepared to end suspicions. This is hitting chair shots to the head, leave it red like the vision. See you wanna start against social media arguments. When up close, you be acting shaky like you diagnosed with Parkinson's. You've been crossing the line, it's about time to park it in. Life will stress you, the pressure will bring you underwater. We've been around the sharks, we ain't even bothered. Can't swim in the deep end, shouldn't be at the harbor.
Headshots like the vision. Okay.
Rap.
What was going on in that one? Please explain.
Like I said, there's this wrestling theme. Rap and wrestling's two of my favorite things ever. Hardcore rap, especially, and I think they both very similar. So my approach to it was that vintage early 2000s like hardcore rap feel. That vintage WWF attitude era. That was like the theme I was aiming for when making this.
Oh man, these youngsters don't know about WWF. They know WWE. They don't know about the World Wrestling Federation.
Not at all.
All right. Man, that was glorious times. For those that don't know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, got it started the WWF on SmackDown.
Sometimes it's hard to forget that,
I will never forget.
He's a superstar actor now,
Absolutely. Okay, so A lot of people were talking greasy at the beginning. At the beginning, they were speaking on your name. I listen to everything about a track. I don't just listen to just the lyrics and the hooks, but also the setups and the intros and the outros. So they were talking on your name, and many statements from your enemies you don't condone.
Yeah, just like in that idea, like in wrestling, like when you have that guy,
Mhm.
they're doing the interviews, and it said, I guess I wrote it from the point of view of that person being talked about, and the same with rap. You see how it is.
Absolutely.
Especially now in the social media age, like it's people will lay their frustrations about their career and complain about what someone else is doing, even on a local level. It's a weird, strange world, how people condone themselves and air out their frustrations or hate on the next person. So we see it all the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. DJ, let's get to the next track. Let's see what we got. The title
they
track.
say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But now it's really hard to see the difference between it.
Filthy Rich is actually
Hey, they
playing
had
the
to be
guitar
you.
on that, by the way.
Now there's space in this place. One of us can't be allowed. I say what I want to your face. All that I see is a clown. Challenging you to the ring. Hoping that you will be down. Winner receiving a crown. Loser is leaving the town. While you taping your diss, I'm on my way, taping my fist. You really taking a risk, taking no shots, but I pray that they hit. I see that you lie on my name, applying the shade. You want me blocked from my lane, locked in the cage. I'm ripping the door off the frame like I gotta be Kane. You can hold the tension, no coexisting under those conditions. I'm convinced I wouldn't scold your words. If you chose them different, we could've got along if you opened up. Now I'm swinging strong to have you opened up. Hitting you with the crowbar, then a chokehold with no hose barred. Now no space in this place. One of us can't be allowed. I say what I want to your face. All that I see is a clown. Challenging you to the ring. Hoping that you will be down. Winner receiving a crown. Loser is leaving the town. People are training to keep us in places and be separated. They can tell things will get easily heated. We will be swinging when the bell rings. If we are meeting before the even, things will be weakened. Like facing Kurt Angle with a hurt ankle. If I appear in a miss, there's no way that you can just pull the plug. You took some shots and you missed. I doubt that you get in the Bullet Club. The things that I want to do, I want the world to see. Don't need to be pay-per-view, you can get punched for free. Soon as you enter here, can't no one interfere. I know you know that the end is near. Now no space in this place. One of us can't be allowed. I say what I want to your face. All that I see is a clown. Challenging you to the ring. Hoping that you will be down. Winner receiving a crown. Loser is leaving the town. Here's the divide. We on two ends of the ring. The fans pick a side. Let them decide. They know. Let them know why. Cause you're a backstabber. Mad to see me climb that ladder. If the roles reverse, I never had to attack it. But it's hard to cope being a whack rapper.
All right, folks, we're going to come back for an explanation. We're out of time. We might play a little bit more when we get back in, but we're going to come back for the breakdown after these messages. Stay plugged in. All right. NIETC. I didn't even introduce myself here. I was so excited to do this. I didn't even introduce myself. NIETC. We're back with the greatest, the best in the world, Peter Wesley. And he is coming for the title with Loser Leaves Town. It's an ultimatum.
Yeah.
It's a threat. It's what has to happen. So let's run back the title track, Loser Leaves Town. And we gonna go in the breakdown after.
You know they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But now it's really hard to see the difference between it. Hate it had to be you. Now no space in this place. One of us can't be allowed. I say what I want to your face. All that I see is a clown. Challenging you to the ring. Hoping that you will be down. Winner receiving a crown. Loser is leaving the town. While you taping your diss, I'm on my way, taping my fist. You really taking a risk. Taking no shots, but I pray that they hit. I see that you lie on my name, applying the shade. You want me blocked my lane, locked in a cage. I'm ripping the door off the frame like I gotta be Kane. You can hold the tension, no coexisting under those conditions. I'm convinced I wouldn't scold your words if you chose them different. We could've got along if you opened up. Now I'm swinging strong to have you opened up. Hitting you with the crowbar, then a chokehold with no hose barred. Now no space in this place. One of us can't be allowed. I say what I want to your face. All that I see is a clown. Challenging you to the ring, hoping that you will be down. Winner receiving a crown, loser is leaving the town. People are training to keep us in places and be separated. They can tell things will get easily heated. We will be swinging when the bell rings. If we are meeting before the event, you will be weakened. Like facing Kurt Angle with a hurt ankle. If I appear in a miss, there's no way that you can just pull the plug. You took some shots and you missed. I doubt that you get in the Bullet Club. The things that I want to do, I want the world to see. Don't need to be pay-per-view, you can get punched for free. Soon as you enter here, can't no one interfere. I know you know that the end is near. Now no space in this place. One of us can't be allowed. I say what I want to your face. All that I see is a clown. Challenging you to the ring, hoping that you will be down. Winner receiving a crown, loser is leaving the town. Here's the divide, we on two ends of the ring. The fans pick a side, let them decide. They know, let them know why. Cause you're a backstabber, mad to see me climb that ladder. If the roles reverse, I never had to attack it. But it's hard to cope being a whack rapper. I know that your statement's a lie, surprised that you didn't say so. But it's too late to apologize, cause there's no words when the cage closed. All the destruction that you have done, into it, one fall, one-on-one. No retreat, gotta face defeat, and find a new vacancy. Now no space in this place, one of us can't be allowed. I say what I want to your face, all that I see is a clown. Challenging you to the ring.
It's no words when that cage closed. Boy.
Ooh. Yeah, it was as if it was written as if like a part two to backstage interviews. Like how backstage interviews was like that, hearing somebody was talking about you responding. This was like the actual match. This was the
I definitely got that feel. I felt the tension.
And I mean, really, I just went all in with the wrestling theme, and I to me, I feel like wrestling. I feel like it's so many parallels, and that was where I was going with it. I was just connecting the two. I feel like wrestling feud's no different than a rap beef, especially these days. It all feels the same.
Definitely. And if you do your digging in your history, like wrestlers actually had actual problems with each other way back when. So look, in the entertainment industry, it gets like that. People think it's all staged and it's all performative, but no, you have to, when you're talking about the spirit of competition ultimately in hip hop. When we're talking about competition, you have to be in a certain mindset and take it to a certain place with your opponent where you want to see them gone. I'm just going to say, you want to see them gone. Like it has to be that way, because if it's not that way, you're probably not trying hard enough. So, no, I dig it. Oof. All right. So we got the tension. You got them locked in the cage. What's happening?
The next song, I feel ashamed. I don't remember the title. 40 Days and 40 Nights.
Okay.
This one, it goes away from that theme.
Okay.
It's the wrestling theme to it is very loose. It's there, but it's very loose. It's funny because I start off when I performed this song twice, and both I say had a conversation with the devil, and this is what the song's about, and everybody, like, you can tell in the room, like, kind of gets creeped out. But but the song is more just the idea of just temptation. And
Got you.
I compared it being tempted by the devil. I said tempted by the Undertaker, and that was my loose wrestling connection to it.
Got you.
But yeah, that's 40 Days and 40 Nights.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
You know, sometimes
Love that bass.
the most toughest opponent isn't even the guy in the ring. Sometimes it's the guy in the mirror. For 40 days and 40 nights, the Undertaker tempted me to pack white. Wanted me to be one of his acolytes. I'll be having ice for bragging rights. For 40 days and 40 nights, the Undertaker tempted me to pack white. Wanted me to be one of his acolytes. I'll be having ice for bragging rights. I was up and coming, I was young and cunning. I was ducking nothing, they was ducking from me. Was up discussing, wondering of what become me. Feeling bummy, my expensive taste got my pockets hungry. But I never had bitterness. I was optimistic of the chances of me winning it. Wanna afford everything I missed on a Christmas list. I'm a future millionaire with a pending billionaire. Boys Club membership then appears in the midst of Ford Expedition with the windows tint. New hot top with the Jordan 4s with the Nike Air symbol stitch. Just it, I start rapping bass, instead of over 808s. Told him thanks, but no thanks. Said that's fine, if you change your mind, hit my line and we can pick a time and place. It was hard to walk away, you know I want them bathing apes, and I can't get them staying late at Derrydale making shakes. For 40 days and 40 nights, the Undertaker tempted me to pack white. Wanted me to be one of his acolytes. I'll be having ice for bragging rights. For 40 days and 40 nights, the Undertaker tempted me to pack white. Wanted me to be one of his acolytes. I'll be having ice for bragging rights. Was always flashy like a D-boy, but that was just a decoy that I was introverted. I was Urkel working in an urban circle, so to kick it without getting corny, let the kick spit for me. OG was working at the Ford, making more than the GM. Everybody wanna be a me, the reason why they plugged in the season when he was.
Okay. I like it. Like that tells me that. Yeah, I'm just guessing. This is your breakdown. This is what I'm guessing at. You know what I'm saying? It's the spirit of perseverance. And as you said before, as you said prior to, temptation. That's what I get from it.
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
are tempted
definitely.
to go down a certain road to come up, basically. You had to get down to get up.
And I was mainly speaking because in the line I said bathing apes. I was speaking of like my summer, like teenage, that idea, like you growing up and you're working like these like really do I have to watch my words?
No, not at all.
When you're working those
Speak
like really
freely.
like, you know, like shitty summer jobs. And then you're watching like those kids just like selling weed and like coming up, and it's like, man, I really want to move that path. Like,
Hey man, I dig it. I've been tempted myself. That's why that one really speaks to me. You know what I'm saying? On a deep, deep level. Like, I knew exactly when you said for 40 days and 40 nights, the Undertaker has tempted me to pack white. Like, it's, man, I dig it. So, you was what job were you working particularly where you referenced this?
In the song I referenced Derrydale, but actually around the time I was working at Kentucky Kingdom.
Oh God, I hear horror stories about Kentucky.
Oh man, dude, I was making popcorn and cotton candy. Like now, like it sounded cool at the time. Now it sounds like a slave. Like I was picking like cotton candy, but You know, gig is a gig, I guess.
It is. A gig is a gig. And you should never feel, kids, you should never feel ashamed of getting it the legal way. Okay. I'm just here at the Plug Network. Oh, man. Okay. Well, it looks like we're coming to the conclusion of it. So let's hear the last track, and then we're gonna get Peter Wesley updates of what you're up to next.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Came with the vengeance, remain suspicious, but I'm staying consistent. Time flies, you're gonna hate the way it ended. Ever since we've been playing, you've been wasting your minutes. Was afraid to go alone, but I gained independence. Teachers counted me out when they was out taking attendance. You know that's the way it goes. I've been used to staying low. I've been changing my approach, cause I didn't like the same results. You've been out chasing waves, I've been in creating flows. I was never one of them, always have been 101. Should've been a wildcat, then I would've been one and done. Had so many rounds, I don't remember when it begun. Overdone the basics, but to become the greatest, gotta overcome the latest. And I've been out climbing up, probably hard to see me, but I ain't hiding behind stuff. When it's time for curtain call, I wonder where I wind up. I've been in the game for a long time. The thought of walking away gives me a hard time. I won't do it unless I have to, and no one left the past to. What's gonna be your last move? I've been in the game for a long time. The thought of walking away gives me a hard time. I won't do it unless I have to, and no one left the past to. What's gonna be your last move? I ain't stopping for nothing. What's the options is coming? Need a lot of adjustments. I see there's ops at the function, and the plot is redundant. Before I played the game, I knew there's imposters among us. Had so many close calls, I think I cheated death. Put my body on the line like I don't even need the flesh. They say the raft in my rap an act of desperation, but when backed into a corner, rather be guns blazing instead of white flag waving. Might act impatient cause I'm on a path of racing, headed to the finish line. Like the Jordans drop, you gon' miss them if you don't get in line. Said you want this more than me, don't believe the word you speak, not calling you.
Okay, the last move.
You ever seen that movie? And it's been out a minute. It was like 2008. The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke.
I have not seen this.
He's
Educate
like-
me, please.
Yeah. He's like an old wrestler. He was probably like a star in the 80s, and like now he's like trying to get that last. He's really too old, but he's trying to get that last run. His health's bad, but he's still like trying to chase that moment in the spotlight, kind of like a Ric
Got
Flair.
you.
And that was
Absolutely.
written from this perspective. It's like, you've been rapping, for a while. There's robots getting deals now. Like right now, this is the last move right now. Like, what are and then also that idea in wrestling, like when you're in that match and like you're just throwing out all these moves and it's still not over. You still haven't won yet. Like, what do I have to do now?
Got you.
And that was what this was about.
Got you. Okay. It's funny that you brought up the robot because I know exactly what you're talking about. And thank God that he ended up not getting the deal, because that would have been catastrophic for the industry. Absolutely, man. Okay, so Loser Leaves Town out now. How long has this project been out? It's been a couple of months.
It's been a few months. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, Goody. Check him out on Spotify. Tap in with him on IG. Peter, I really appreciate what you do. I hope you don't stop doing it.
Oh, not
Honestly.
at all, man. Not at all.
Honestly, I hope you don't stop doing it, because we need more. Like, your sound, when we talk about cadences, when we talk about flows, when we talk about, technical technique, your flow is so original from anything else that I've ever heard in Louisville.
Thank you, man. I really
It was
appreciate that.
like I really can tell that you put time into it. But we're gonna take this quick commercial break, and then we're gonna really dive deep with Peter Wesley when we come back. Stay plugged in. And we are back with the listening sesh. Peter Wesley presenting Loser Leaves Town. Went through it track by track, the styles, the cadences. I'm glad that I can even talk about styles and styling when it comes to everybody who's been on the listening sesh, because they have flows, they have rhythm, they can actually perform all of their songs live. I'll say it again, they can actually perform all of their songs live and not be dependent on vocal tracks. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. Anyway, moving on. Peter, what you got coming up, man? Tell the people what you got coming up. Any shows, any performances?
Yeah, tomorrow I'll be performing at World Fest. I'll be with Ted's got a set, and he asked me to be part of it, so I'll be there.
That's what's up.
I'm really there for the funnel cakes, though. If I had to be honest.
Yeah.
I got some songs. I got a song "Money Ritual" that I had taken down. That I'm re-releasing.
Okay.
I think maybe next week.
I remember Money Ritual.
Yeah.
That one was hard. That was hard.
One of those weird things, like the distribution company I had like shut down. And I was like, I got it. And I planned it. I was gonna just like keep it for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was gonna put it on my next project, but people was like hitting me up like, "Oh, Money Ritual is not up anymore." And I was like, "All right, I'll shut y'all up. I'll put it back."
Gotta serve the fans. A man of the people. Yeah. No, that's gonna take you far, man. Absolutely. Give them what they want every time, and you will never lose them.
I got something with. I guess I don't want to say too much about it. With Rob Lee that's coming. That's incredible.
Okay.
He probably didn't even want me to say that much, but I'll leave it at that.
Is it a song?
Yeah,
is it an EP?
It's a song.
Okay.
It's a song. It's pretty dope.
The last song that you were on, have you worked with him since Liddy Boy?
It's weird. No.
Okay.
No.
I'm just checking. I'm just making sure.
We haven't. No, we have not done anything. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Liddy Boy.
No, I take that back.
I was listening to it the other day.
We did a track together. It's my song. I'm gotta look this up. We did do a song together, and
it'd be like that. No, it'd be like you got to look your own stuff, especially when you put out and you collab as much as you do. Because I saw there was another EP that you were on. There was another EP that you were on before in 2021. It was one with Don B, and then you had another one.
Yes, with Semi.
With Semi, that's who it was. I couldn't think of the name. Semi. And yeah, so like you are always working, and that's what I appreciate about you. Well, one of the things I appreciate about you. Okay. So surprises coming up with Rob Lee.
Yeah.
He's got a show tomorrow. It's gonna be eating funnel cake.
Got
What more
to.
do you want, people? What more do you want? Listen, man, I had a great time listening to this, and I will continue to do so. This is definitely going in my rotation. Peter Wesley,
Thank
Loser
you.
Leaves Town. It wasn't a request. You didn't have an option. It's what has to happen, folks. The loser leaves town. It's it. Man, Peter, the champion. No, you're really a champion, aren't you?
Thank
Didn't you
you.
win a belt?
I say that I have a belt.
You have a belt,
but
okay.
I didn't have to. I didn't have to compete for it.
You didn't have to compete for
But
it. You're that
there's
good.
there's no competition.
No my bad. All right. The greatest in the world, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest in the world, Peter Wesley, Loser Leaves Town. Check him out on all streaming platforms. It's the man Omni, etc. And it's been the Plug listening session.
Oh man, thank you for having me. Every time I'm here, man, I have a good time. So
Absolutely. Oh, we're gonna have you back. As long as you keep working, you're gonna keep coming back.
all right.
All right, folks. We got another one coming up in September. Can't tell you who it is yet, but we have another one coming up in September. And again, more artists that, you know what I'm saying, get busy on the mic. I love it. I love the theme and you know what I'm saying? There hasn't been a whack listening session yet. That's what I love the most. Again, Peter Wesley, we're out. Omni, etc. It's Plug listening sesh. Stay plugged in.